So there I was, watching TV, and somebody mentioned something about a school of fish. Ha! School of fish? Is it because they're smart? Why aren't they a herd of fish? And would a group of flying fish be called a flock? Schools and herds and flocks. Oh my. So this certainly piqued my curiosity. And as I looked into this further, I found some really awesome group names for animals. Some of them made sense, others made absolutely no sense whatsoever. I did, however, find out why we say fish swim in schools. Stick around and I'll let you know what I found out quicker than a leap of leopards. Groups of animals in our world. Generically, we have flocks of birds and herds of cows, a group of whatsits, a bunch of whatevers, and of course, schools of fish. And we're also familiar with packs of dogs and prides of lions. Are there other names for groups of animals? Well, as I dove into this more online, I was surprised by just how many there actually are. But before getting into specific groups, I found out that, you know what, it's okay to call an unknown group of mammals a herd, a group of unknown fish a school, and a bunch of unknown birds a flock. And I also found that there's no official term for specific groups of animals, just generally accepted ones. With that being said, let's get down to business. I found that many of the group names reflected the physical characteristics of the animals. A bloat of hippopotami, potamuses, hippos, a bloat of hippos. A flamboyance of flamingos. A tower of giraffes, a prickle of porcupines, and a dazzle of zebras. Now, other names reflect how we view certain animals as if they had our characteristics, such as a conspiracy of lemurs, an unkindness of ravens, a wisdom of owls, a grumble of pugs, I love that one, and a shiver of sharks. Now, some names reflect our emotions or feelings towards certain groupings. The good feelings from, let's say, a galaxy of starfish, or a loveliness of ladybugs. Or on the other side, feeling repulsed by a scourge of mosquitoes, a plague of locusts, or an intrusion of cockroaches. Now on to some of the group names that made absolutely no sense to me. The ones where I was more curious to look deeper into their etymology, such as a school of fish. Why school? Well, school comes from the Dutch word schola, which means school or band, which refers to how fish synchronize and band together. And I want to know, why is there a clowder of cats? Well, many feel that the word clowder is from the English word clawturn, which refers to things coming together and hanging out. I, however, prefer using the more descriptive use of a group of cats called a glaring of cats. Ha! Much more appropriate. And how about a murder of crows? That originates from folklore, where crows would gather together to hold trials against other crows. And if found guilty, the defendant was either executed or murdered by the rest of the flock. And you know, on the lighter side, I even found some names, unofficial names for groups or gatherings of mystical beasts. A thunder of dragons, a blessing of unicorns. And on TV, there's a show that has zombies in it. I'm not gonna name the show, I'm sure people understand what it is. But they call zombies a herd. Now, this is just a small portion for the groups of names that are out there for the animals that share the planet with us. And some even have multiple names, like otters. They can be called a bevy, a family, or a romp. But If they're all floating together, they're called a raft of otters. So through all of this, I'm glad that it's okay to just call groups of animals flocks, herds, or schools. And although most of what I've found aren't official terms, I'm looking forward to someday hearing somebody say, "Hey, look at that nice group of hippos over there." So then I can respond, "Yup, that's quite the bloat." If you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. It certainly helps the channel grow. And while you're down there, feel free to leave a comment or some feedback. It's always appreciated. Do you have a favorite name for a particular group of animals? Well, see if you can come up with some new ones the next time you're in a group or crowd of a bunch of your friends. Let me know. And so until next time, stay safe, stay well, and by all means, stay odd. Oh yeah! Ha!